Hi guys, it's Ernest from Proximal Consciousness. How you guys doing today? Got a great subject matter for you today. Money. Now I know you're going to love this subject matter because not everybody really truly know how to enjoy money. Let's start off by talking about housing, right? You got some people who want huge houses. They want houses that cost millions of dollars with palatial grounds. They love the view. They love to see that beautiful house. They love to drive up to it. They love to roam around the grounds. They love to roam around the inside of it. That's one type of person. Those are nice people and whatnot. And then you got the people who love to live way up, 1,000 floors up, overlooking the valley, the mountains, the city, the ocean, the lakes and whatnot. Those people like that kind of height. They don't like smelling and hearing the sounds of the streets. Nothing wrong with those kind of people. If you like the elevator music and if you like the stairs, and I highly doubt they'll ever take the stairs, but there are people like that. Then you got those kind of people who love the ranch style living. Now these are people who like to be alone more than anybody. They like to be way out with thousands of acres around themselves so that they can just basically be by themselves. Yes, they like seeing the nature and this, that, and the other in their houses, but they like to be way away from people. Now, those are interesting people, and there's nothing wrong with spending money that way. And then you got those people who love the hustle and bustle of the marketplace, who love to have people all around them, who love to be in the neighborhoods, down on the fifth floor of the condo or the home. They love to see the marketplace, to hear the taxis or whatnot. And that's a typical inner city. You can find some very expensive places. You can also find some cheap places there, but mostly very expensive. Okay, so that covers the housing stuff. And then there is the cars. We love to buy cars with our money. Me, I like sports cars. I like sports SUVs. SUVs are a big thing now, and cars are a big thing. The sports cars, the speed convertibles, that sort of thing, high end stuff. A lot of people love that. And don't get me wrong, some people love the station wagon, some people love their minivans and this, that, and the other. Some people use cars for just transportation or to transport their children. But then there's some of us who love speed. We like the convertible. We like the fast cars. We like the Porsches. We like the Ferraris. We like the Lamborghinis. We like the Aston Martins, right? The Chargers and whatnot. The everyday auto with a little speed. But that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to cars, I mean, there are sports parts. There are sports cars and there are sports parts. I mean, you're talking about high performance clutches. You're talking about high performance brakes. You're talking about high performance spark plugs and the whole transmissions and things of that nature. High performance rims and tires. I mean, there's a lot to spend money on. There's a lot to enjoy about that. So when you're talking about spending money, you got to really know how to spend money to have a good time with things like that. It's just stuff that we do. This stuff to pass time. And there's nothing wrong with it. And now let's talk about clothes, right? You can't have a nice house and nice car without talking about nice clothes, right? Now, when you talk about clothing, you're really talking about socializing, right? You're not just talking about spending big money on stuff that's going to sit in the closet or stuff you put on to walk around the house. You're talking about socialize. You're talking about going to great malls, great marketplaces, traveling to great parts of the world to buy material and things that look good on you, right? You may spend an arm and a leg for it, but the point is, it's about socialize. It's about telling people about your experiences and getting what you're wearing. It's about sometimes taking people along with you to these marketplaces so that you can buy what so you can peruse the goods, so you can feel the material and check out the clothes in the mirror. It's all about an experience. So don't just think that people want to go in and buy something for hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. These are people who love to socialize. These are people who love to share their experience with you in terms of clothes and shopping and marketplaces and things of that nature. Now, don't get me wrong. You do have some people who would just get a pair of jogging pants and that's all they know is jogging pants, loose fitting stuff, moo-moos and things like that. clothes that they lounge around in that offer very little style, very little interest. They don't necessarily go out and shop and travel to get clothes. Sometimes it's just mail order. Sometimes it's just catalogs. Sometimes it's just your basic dime store in the neighborhood or something. You got all kind of people, but that's the way we spend money. So money in the food region is great. Some people eat healthy. Some people will love the junk food and whatnot, right? So then we're talking about, they got travel. Some people love to use their money to travel, right? You say, well, what's so important about travel? You can see the world. It's a big world out there. It's a huge world. It's been around for a very long time, and therefore you got things that are very interestingly developed, and some things that's very interestingly decaying. But the point of it all is an experience. You get to experience people and things all over the world. France, Russia, Moscow especially. You got London, Paris, all kind of places. Egypt, the Middle East, China, India, all these places, Mexico. And yes, of course, you got the United States and Canada and so on and so forth. All interesting places, and very insightful about the history of mankind and the development of the world. Spending money on travel is a good thing. I mean, it's a very good thing because you encompass your housing when you get there. You're talking about food when you get there. You're talking about clothing when you get there. You're talking about transportation. Some people can get to where they're going on ships, right? Ocean faring. Some people like to fly. They like to get on jets. They like to take your regular old passenger planes to get to places. It's spending money. Some people love to take trains. I personally love trains. I'd love to take a train around China and whatnot through Europe. Trains are a beautiful way to see the sights and to sit back and have great conversations with people. Not as much risk as I think flying, but some people like the speed of flying and the height of it all. They like to just get in there and get to where they're going, and that's it. But I like the journey, right? So that's how people spend money. It's not just about having money, piling it up in the bank and whatnot, playing it in the stock markets and everything and investments. Some people like to use it to actually live, to lounge around. It's important to know how to truly make money, save money, but also more importantly, how to spend it and to spend it well and to know what you're spending it on and what the value of it really truly is to you as a person. It makes life much more conscious when you really understand what you're doing with your money and what the value of the things that you're acquiring are to you, is to you, right? Very important. And so I thought that would be something that I would touch on with you today. I mean, and of course, let's not forget our friends and our family, right? There's always an opportunity to spend money on our friends and our families and associates and the people around us. Helping them out, helping them to enjoy their lives, painting a beautiful picture of what you can paint a beautiful picture of to a person who may not have as much or who may have as much but who may just need somebody to spend it with. Always great things to do. Right? So, technology and things of that nature, spending money is a beautiful thing if it's done right, if it's done consciously, right? And not self-destructively or destructively to those that are around us. And of course, yes, when you're talking about young people and sometimes middle-aged and older people, it's important to show a responsibleness of money to them because it helps them to get started and focus. It helps them to understand the importance of the things that they're buying and utilizing. It makes it all the more fun. And it makes the odds of it being responsible and beneficial to them and others increases a great deal when you understand what money is really all about and the benefits of it and the uses of it, right? So I just wanted to have this little conversation with you guys. It was something that I was thinking about. I hope you're liking my channel and these videos, and I hope you're subscribing to my channel. And I'm looking forward to talking to you guys again about some other subjects. So have fun, you guys, and spend money wisely and have a great time with it. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye now.